recently been asked a question on one of my videos about how to assign a ped or how to assign a player. Now, there are two ways of doing this, or maybe three ways, I'm not exactly sure, but one is you can add script into a script, if you know what I mean. But it can be a bit tricky to do. It's got to be in the right place, and you've got to have your start, begin and end in the correct way, otherwise you won't get errors. Or there is a script that I've got hold of on GitHub. I looked it up on the internet, and that will be available in the description for the links for all that. So what you're looking at the moment is like my server. So if I take F8 off, now what you see is a ped that I've assigned. There's no actual action for him, there is an animation, but I'm not sure if it does anything. So I've assigned like a doctor to stand at the actual reception. So even if you were to do that, you can shoot at him, you can kill him, and nothing will happen. If I was to reset the script, which is, I forgot what it's called, core something, the ped might walk away, which I'm not sure. So what I'll do, I'll give that a test now. So I'm just going to type in the actual script, which is restart _NCP or NPC, I think it's called. And I've just saw the NPC flicker, so he hasn't walked away. It's certain scripts where it might do that. If you refresh the script, you'll walk away. I've also done the same if I go to the police station next door, so let's take a look at that. Here I am now in Sandy Shores police station. The hospital next door, Sandy Shores hospital, both done by Bobos or Bobos or something. They're both done by. You can't use Bobo's police station and some other hospital because they are not compatible. You'll get a conflict. But I was able to get hold of Bobos' hospital from his actual paid site, so that I was lucky. Because I actually contacted him and said it actually works. I tried it, it does. Same with this character, see, you push him away and that happens. So I will be trying to add peds that are sitting down, because you've got on some places like chairs, like for example one that's in the cells area. I will try to do all that, but I do not know how to do that just yet. I've got to look through the animations to see if it does work. So first of all, what I need to do is to show you the actual script on the screen and how all that works and explain it all. So let's do that now. I'm now in the server folders area, and I'm in the area called peds, which I've called that file, so I know where to look. And then I've got the script called core NPC, see that? So within that there is a client file and there is a config file. There is a readme, which I've kept hold of. So in the client file, we need to make sure you understand that. So you've got create thread function pairs, which is a specific thing that I can see config ped. So it's definitely using the config. You see add NPC 1, 2, 3, 4, V5, V6, V7, V8. I'm not sure the understanding of that, but I suspect it's like, you know, for how many peds you can add, as many as you want. They've got to be done in a certain way. So then you've got, what is that? Set text. That's if you want to add a text, which I haven't got that on. I have that disabled. So that is, and I know that is in the config because I can see reference to that. So let me come out to the actual client file, and let's go into the config file. So here I am with the config file open. You'll see that there, config display text false. I've set that to, so that the text, you got a distance at 20, so how far to start displaying text, don't need that. And you got display colors, that squiggly things with G, that means green, so you got R, G, B and whatever else it might use. So there are your colors. what you'll see below are config peds. That was referenced in the actual field with 1, 2, 3 and everything else, so you'll see that where I've added in. So for example, you'll see Mission Row clothing store, so I've added a ped, and that. So what you've got is your coordinates, there's a hash key, then you've got the ped type, then you've got, which would be the text, but I've got that not to display. Then you've got some kind of like animation, which I'm not 100% sure how that works, because I don't see like a great deal happen with that. There seems to be, when I tried, I think it was a security guard or something from the casino, and he was standing with his arms like sort of relaxed in front of it. When I changed that, his arms went to the side, so it's obviously doing something. They obviously do something with the arms, hands, or whatever they do. So what I'll do, I'll bring the actual website for that up on screen. I have opened my browser, and what you can see there are the peds. So when you look at the peds, you'll see there like 𝗪𝗁𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀, then you've got a hash. So for example, if I bring mine open, I go back, there it is. So you got SFM, so it's a female, which I've got in the clothing shop. There will be added into the other clothing shops. So you've got shop lady, which I've called it. Then you've got an animation. See the hash. So say you want to find something you're looking for, like, so the best way to look for your ped instead of scrolling through is move your pointer up to the top right where you got the 3 dots. Click on those 3 dots and you'll see something in the menu called find. Now what I did with the doctor, I just typed in DOC for doctor, and that highlighted a few things, at least 6 things with DOC in, and there's the doctor. It's the only one I came across that looks like a doctor. Then you have further down, if I keep going scrolling down, there they are, doctor with hash, doc work and doctor. See, that's what you have, different peds. So you also have a website. So you got your different animations. So you got string animation and a string animation name. Now what I've used, because I don't know how the string bit works, because I've gone by what I see in the script. The way I see in the script is you got amber at world human submit window shop female at and or something. So don't ask how that works, so I'm not exactly sure, but I presume it's some kind of animation for to be standing there like a statue. So the one you want, you can see those. I haven't tried the ones on the left, it's usually the ones on the right that I use, which I presume they reference to both. So what I'm going to do, so if I type in, or click on those 3 dots and type in AMB, and I can see I'm going to put at, see what we have option, AMBAP world, so I can see you've got, it looks a few just cropped up. AMBAP world human window. So I'm going to scroll down right down to W. Vehicle police car raid. So there I can see something there with window, shop female, based enter exit. So I will experiment at some point with those to see how those work. Animation on hold, petrol mail. So you must do something. Now you have to use these as they are. You can't change those. To say you want to put something else at the end, you can't do that because they are built into the game itself. If you try to alter, you may have a script crash or a game crash or something. So that's how they work. and that's how FiveM presumably it's using bits out of the game itself, which is hard coded in the game. So what I'm going to do now is go back into the server and show you how to do this and how to go about it by adding a ped and how to put your coordinates in and everything else. So let's do that now. I'm back in the server and I'm in the clothing store where there's no ped. So if you want to put the ped in, what you do is move your character to the location where you want the ped and the direction you want it facing. So I bring him up to the counter. And I can see the QB targets in use. So I've got my character where I want the ped to be, the position. So then what I'm going to do, I'll put this on wide view so you can see this. So what I'm going to do is type in admin. Now you'll see on the right I have the admin menu open. What else I'm going to do is type in coords, which is COORDS, and that will bring up coordinates on the screen, which you'll see an X, a Y, a Z, and a H coordinate, which is what required. Now you don't need to type those in, so what the best thing to do is what I do. So you go to your developer options on your admin menu, press return, you'll see a copy of vector 3 or copy of vector 4. The one you require is copy vector 4. Press return, press F8, bring back your thing you need. So what I normally do is I'll paste in the coordinates at the bottom like I have. Now what I want is a ped, so I'm going to use the same one I've got at the other clothing shop, so I'm going to use the top one. Now say you want a different ped, I'll show you that in a moment. So what I'm going to do is press return to make a space, paste in the ped information. Now I want to take the comma off at the end because that's the one before the after the last, or you know what I mean. So I'm going to, so I know which one that is, I'm going to put Paleto Bay clothing store. Now what I require are the coordinates, so all I do is copy the green or turquoise or something called coordinates, and I'm going to paste that in between the brace and that last comma. So if I show you what I've done, I've changed it out, almost forgot then. So the Paleto Bay clothing kept the same ones at the top, make sure you know. I will sort them all out, put them all in order once I know what's what. Then I've just pasted the coordinates there, the vector 4, which I've, see what you do, highlight the green, and then you will paste that in between the brace and the last comma. Then you make sure you remove the vector 4, otherwise you will get an error. So you make sure that's in there, formal on the way. Then what you want to do, you can either do this two ways. If you've got TXadmin, you can restart it via the TXadmin, or you can use your F8 console. So I'm going to use my F8 console. Okay, put it to wide view so you can see this. So what you'll do, type in restart. You can also use your chat, and I'll show you that in a moment. So if you save thing, so you type restart with a space. So I know it's called core with an underscore. Make sure you get the correct underscore. NPC. So if I type return, and there's the ped, just appeared out of nowhere. It should stand there like a statue. I will make the corrections to make it face the correct way, and that will be it for this video. And as always, if you liked what you've seen, click like. If you want to see more, click subscribe. And thanks for watching. and goodbye from me, and see you all soon in the next video.